Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for Searchfire.tv, bringing you another crypto review. And this time, it's a new project that we're going to be reviewing for you today. So guys, please note what I'm going to share with you with regards to this project is not financial advice. If you do require financial advice, by now you know what to do. Please approach someone who's trying to give you financial advice. The information contained in this video is just good for educational as well as entertainment purposes. And if you're from the UK, please note this video is not intended for UK audiences. The UK authorities do deem crypto assets as extremely risky and you're most likely going to lose your funds. Anyway, now that is out of the way, let's jump into this project. What is it? We are looking at PythNetwork, a recently launched project, caused a lot of noises within the crypto space. So for so long within the crypto space, the Oracle space has been dominated by one player in Chainlink. If you don't know Chainlink, you need to read about Chainlink because it's quite important to know how Chainlink fits into the whole crypto ecosystem. Anyway, while there are plenty more crypto or blockchain oracles, Chainlink is at the top position sawn-up, that is up until now. Enter PythNetwork, a protocol that allows market participants to publish price data on-chain for use by smart contracts. Pyth is an application blockchain network built on Solana Codebase that enables PythNetwork to aggregate first-party data at sub-second speeds. That said, PythNet is a separate blockchain from Solana. Accordingly, the liveness of PythNet price feeds are unrelated to that of Solana price feed. The PythNetwork is the largest first-party oracle for the world's financial data, and currently it supports more than 300 real-time price feeds across major asset classes, including digital assets, equities, ETFs, forex, and commodities. The network comprises some of the world's largest exchanges, market makers, financial services providers, contributing their proprietary price data on-chain for aggregation and distribution to smart contracts application. Now let's look at some of the key features for PythNetwork. First of all, we have participants. There are three different sets of participants. We've got publishers who publish price feeds and earn a share of data fees in exchange. Publishers are typically market participants with access to accurate and timely price information. The protocol rewards publishers in proportion to the quantity of new pricing information they share. The next group of participants is consumers, and this group read price feeds, incorporate data into smart contracts or decentralized applications, and optionally pay data fees. Consumers can either be on-chain protocols or off-chain applications. And the third group of participants is delegators who stake tokens and earn data fees in exchange for potentially losing their stake if the oracle is inaccurate. While there is a clear distinction between these participants, it is worth noting that a single actor may have multiple roles in the protocol. For example, publishers may simultaneously be delegators as well. These participants will interact on-chain via four mechanisms, so they've got a platform or surface they interact with. So the first mechanism is price aggregation, which combines the price feeds of individual publishers into a single price feed for the product. This mechanism is designed to produce robust price feeds, that is, feeds whose prices cannot be significantly influenced by small groups of publishers. The next mechanism is data staking, which allows delegators to stake tokens to earn data fees. The delegators in aggregate also determine the level of influence that each publisher has on the aggregate price. In addition, this mechanism determines whether delegators' stakes are slashed. The third mechanism is reward distribution, which determines the share of the reward pool earned by each publisher. This mechanism preferentially rewards publishers with higher quality price feeds and reduces the likelihood that uninformed publishers will earn rewards. And the next feature is governance, which determines high-level parameters of the other three mechanisms. Let's look at some of the value propositions for PythNetwork. It brings high-fidelity data to DeFi, thereby enhancing efficient smart contracts implementation and execution. The price aggregation mechanism is resistant to manipulation, both accidental and intentional, by publishers. Pyth offers reliable, low-latency market data from institutional sources such as Binance, which is a centralized exchange, OKX, market maker Jane Street, CBOE, and Bybit. Market data is delivered in real time for crypto markets, equities, forex, commodities, as well as to over 40 plus blockchains. With over 380 data feeds, Pyth is engineered to meet the security, accuracy, and reliability standards of DeFi. Pyth also offers historical data for benchmarking purposes if and when required. Pyth data feeds are available on demand, which means consumers only pay for what they need, so you pay on demand. So as you know, with our DYO or risk evaluation, we apply 13 elements, which are decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, social media presence via Twitter and via Discord, the age of the project use cases, as well as the project tokenomics. We do look at these 13 elements, give a brief review before we get on to the scoring of each of those 13 elements. So starting with decentralization, Decentralization. Pyth is a protocol that allows market participants to publish pricing information on-chain for other users to use. Multiple data providers submit pricing information to Pyth's Oracle program, thereby improving the accuracy and robustness of the system. The on-chain Oracle program on PythNet combines providers' submitted data to produce a single aggregate price and confidence interval. Pyth then allows users to pull prices onto the blockchain when needed. Pyth's governance process shapes key protocol parameters, including data staking, rewards distribution, and price aggregation. As far as security is concerned, participants could onboard as publishers and attempt to manipulate the Oracle price. The price aggregation mechanism is designed to guard against this attack by limiting the influence of publishers on the aggregate price. Uninformed participants could onboard as publishers to earn rewards without contributing useful pricing information. The reward distribution mechanism is designed to guard against this attack by reducing the possibility that uninformed participants can earn rewards. Participants could also pay data fees and seek to manipulate the claims process to trigger an invalid payout. The mechanism's claims process is designed to make this attack difficult. Pyth security audits were performed by the likes of Cetic, Zelic, and Otasec. The last two, I've never come across them. Let's move on to scaling now. Pyth's Oracle program runs on both Solana and PythNet. The Solana codebase enables PythNetwork to aggregate first-party data at sub-second speeds and deliver pricing to other chains via wormhole cross-chain messaging protocol. Solana price feeds are available for use by Solana protocol, and we all know that Solana is very fast. As far as interoperability is concerned, each of Pyth's over 350 data feeds are available on 40 plus supported chains or blockchains, including the likes of Ethereum blockchain, Arbitrum, ZK Sync Era, Optimism, Binance Chain, Radix, Solana, among many others. Pyth data feeds are ideal for both on-chain and off-chain applications. Here we are talking of the likes of centralized exchanges for crypto such as Binance, your Codebase, and other commodities outside of crypto, including Forex. Social media presence via Twitter, PythNetwork boasts just over 130,000 Twitter followers, and on Discord, just over 42,400 Discord members. As far as the project team is concerned, according to LinkedIn, the team behind PythNetwork ranges from 11 to 50 team members or contributors. We will settle for the middle. We will just go for 25 for the purposes of this exercise, as there is no clear indication of how many team members there are. Use cases: ticker symbol Pyth, PYTH. Publishers must stake the Pyth tokens in order to participate in data staking and publishing. Data consumers require the Pyth token, which is used to pay for data. Incentives are paid out using the Pyth token. When it comes to governance, once fully operational, Pyth's on-chain governance is expected to be responsible for taking the following action. The governance process will be responsible for approving the types of tokens that may be used for data fees. It will also be used to determine which products are listed on Pyth and their reference data. For example, the number of decimal places in the price, reference exchanges, and so forth. The governance process will also be used to determine the share of data feeds allocated to publishers, delegators, and other users. Approving software updates to the on-chain program, as well as determining the number of Pyth tokens that publishers must stake. There will also be the requirement to determine the number of products that a delegator can back per staked Pyth token, as well as enabling claims to be filed against the product. Governance should take this action once the product is enough publishers to produce a robust price feeds. Permissioning publishers to provide price feeds will be one of the facets of the governance process, and the Pyth Oracle data feeds are used by borrowing and lending protocols, perpetual futures, options, and structured product votes, as well as stablecoin. Now on to tokenomics. Ticker symbol Pyth, PYTH. Token supply 10 billion with a hard cap. Circulating supply 15% or 1.5 billion. Token allocation: on-chain rewards 22%, ecosystem participation 3%, team and advisors 25%, and launch partners 10%. Private sale 10%. So inside the token allocation, according to our own analysis of this data in front of us, comes up to 45%, which is right at the limit, because I think that's the limit where we can actually issue a score or a point when we are doing our scoring as part of our DWA or our risk evaluation. So that is a brief review of what PythNetwork is. Now let's move on to the scoring part, where we score PythNetwork as a project according to the following 13 elements. So we've got decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, the project team, age of the project, social media presence via Twitter and via Discord, project use cases, as well as various facets of the project is tokenomics. So let's jump into the scoring now. So starting with decentralization, 5 points out of 10. On security, 5 points out of 10. On scaling, 7.5 points out of 10. Interoperability, 10 points out of 10. Project team, 7.5 points out of 10. Social media presence via Twitter, 7.5 points out of 10. Via Discord, 7.5 points out of 10. Age of the project, 2.5 points out of 10. And project use cases, 10 points out of 10. Tokens issued at project launch, 2.5 points out of 10. Tokens in circulation at the time of recording, 2.5 2.5 points out of 10. Maximum tokens available, 2.5 points out of 10. Insider token allocation, 2.5 points out of 10. So those are the scores we've allocated to PythNetwork. Do you guys agree? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you are new and you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Our intention is to grow the channel. So your help is very much appreciated, and I thank you in advance. So the aggregate score for PythNetwork comes up to 72.5 points out of 130, which is incredible for a relatively new project. It just launched a few weeks back, so Pyth is doing quite well. And that puts Pyth within the could go to zero category, which means Pyth, like most of the projects we've reviewed on this channel, they could all go to zero under a specific set of certain circumstances. Do you think Pyth could go to zero, or it's got a future? And more importantly, do you think Pyth could give Chainlink a good run for its money? Let us know in the comment section. And for reference, we will have a short video on comparisons between PythNetwork and Chainlink. It will probably drop before or after this video. If it's dropped before, I'll leave a link. If it's not, wait until that video is actually out. Anyway guys, that's Pyth for you. As for me, we do not hold Pyth within any of our public portfolios, and as for me, currently I do not hold Pyth, but when it first launched, it had so much hype that I dabbled in just briefly, and I made like 30 or 33%, and I came out because it's always dangerous to invest in a project that just launched. So I made about 33% of a small amount that I put into Pyth. What about you? Do you hold Pyth? Let us know in the comment section. For me, I will get back into Pyth as and when things have stabilized. If they don't, no rush. There will always be the next cycle, or there will be other interesting Oracle projects. But Pyth is the one I would have wanted if the price was right. At the moment, I think it's overvalued. Anyway guys, that's it for today's review of PythNetwork. Until the next video, I'm your host, FD for Sage5.tv, signing out for now. Bye.